This is the Heta Scan-line 900 and oh my goodness it's good. Hi, I'm Gabriel. My family have been manufacturing, designing and selling stoves for 3 generations. And this channel has 2 sides, stove reviews and information and mini films about successful people and their life-changing wisdom. Check them out and leave me a comment. You could also like and subscribe to see more. This stove's output ranges from 4 to a massive 13 kilowatts with a 6.6 nominal output. They have a whole list of options in terms of finishes. You can get different stones on it, ceramic finishes. They do an optional glass front to the whole front door of the stove. They do an oven option which goes on top of the stove. You can have side windows, they do thermal mass storage blocks, they even do a self-closing door and direct air. There's a tool set hidden within the door. The ash box is 5 litres and really cleverly designed, so you're never dropping ash everywhere. It also has a riddling grate, which actually works and all the ash falls down into that ash bucket and I'm not getting any dust or mess when I'm clearing it out. Most of the time these stoves will be fitted on a short metal system. This is obviously on a 6 metre proper chimney, so the lighting process will be a bit quicker for me. So it starts with a few logs, smaller logs that go into the base, and you slowly get smaller until you're at sort of kindling level, and I tend to just chuck it on, and then right at the top you put your fire lighter. That's why it's dying. It took 20 minutes to get up to temperature, but to be fair, in this chimney, we didn't have to do anything. We didn't even have to close the door or adjust the fuel. We just lit it, shut the door, left it. 20 minutes later, it's up to temperature and we're ready to go. This stove has an 83% efficiency rating and is also approved for eco-design in 2022 as well. Clearly, in terms of cleanness on the glass, it's got that ticked as well. The controls to this appliance are really simple. We've got a riddling grate here, we've got the main handle, and we've got the main control. All the way open when you're lighting, to the middle for general running, and if you want to run it overnight, which is a very rare thing on this type of an appliance, you can go the whole hog and it fully shuts down instantly. Oof, straight back. It's so controllable, you almost certainly would only ever need to close it down about 80% to get an overnight burn. We lit the stove about an hour ago and we haven't touched it since. And the flames have just started to die down, and it's at this point that you would reload. We test fuel economy by getting the stove up to operating temperature and then burning a single net of logs on it and maintaining operating temperature and seeing how long that lasts. Now, this stove actually can run at 13 kilowatts, so anything that can go above 10, you'd be expecting it to burn twice as quickly as a 5 kilowatt stove. But this actually did it for 8 hours, and given that the average 5 kilowatt would run for about 10 hours on the same amount of fuel, it's obviously performing at a very high level and actually even outperformed some 5 kilowatt stoves. So it's a fantastically economic piece of kit. Well, it's not cheap. The average buyer, once they've bought the stove and had it installed and all the other stuff, in 2021 is going to spend between £5,000 and £10,000 on this. But on the other hand, I sat there imagining what more I could ask of a stove. Staple handles, a way of cleaning out ash that isn't messy, something that's really clean and efficient, super controllable. Obviously this isn't going to suit everyone. It's got a very particular look for a particular job, but from a functional, engineering and fit and finish point of view, this stove is faultless.